If you had the misfortune to be a European soldier around 2,000 years ago, this is what you'd have to face. The Roman foot soldier was so dominant that he changed the whole nature of warfare. He scared the heck out of a whole lot of people. He wasn't interested in personal glory. He was a cog in a machine, a killing machine that rolled unemotionally across the Western world and changed it so much that we still live with the effects even today. For 500 years, from before Christ to the 400s AD, these guys were the enforcers that made the Roman Empire possible. And they dominated the world the old-fashioned ways. Terror, an unstoppable will to win, and above all, the unshakable belief that they deserved to rule the world.
Remember, Roman, that it is for you to rule the nations and to tame the proud by war.
Well, it's not hard to win battles when you're getting that kind of cheerleading from home. And that was only a poet, Virgil. Never mind what the generals were demanding.
Bring that fellow out there. You come in here. You go further back.
Of course, the generals demanded plenty. Roman soldiers had to give absolute obedience to their superiors. Any lapse in discipline was likely to be your first and last mistake. Sentries who fell asleep wished they'd never woken up. They were stoned to death by their fellow soldiers. If a whole regiment showed cowardice, there was the cheery little reward of decimation. 1 man in every 10, decided by lot, would be executed by his colleagues. They were sad to see him go, of course. But hey, better him than me. This mindset of doing anything and everything to make the Roman army a disciplined fighting machine paid off. The reward was an empire stretching from Scotland to Saudi Arabia. But that was not even a dream for the first Roman soldiers. When Rome began around 800 BC, it was just a farming village. Its first soldiers were part-time volunteers, farmers, and shopkeepers, called up for skirmishes with neighboring cities. But even then, the mindset was in place. Service was considered a privilege, restricted to property owners because they had more to fight for. It must have been a tricky decision to buy property in Rome. If there was a war, the landowners would be on the front line. The richer you were, the better chance of dying. But at least the wealthy had better protection, because everyone had to provide his own equipment. Fat landowners had metal shirts and helmets. Poor ones had to trust in the gods. But one comfort for the Roman soldier going into battle was that he was well-trained, ferociously well-trained. Roman recruits got at least 6 months of heavy workouts before they had to face a real enemy.
As you can see, when the men joined the army, we gave them plenty of training. Kept them busy. This is how we won empires, and this is how we won our battles. Of course, at the end of the day, they were totally tired. But this made them sleep, kept them busy, and stopped them going to the tavern so often and getting drunk.
The Romans were masters at adopting things from their enemies. For example, English accents. The Roman sword, too, was copied from the Spaniards. Rome's barbarian armies used long slashing swords. The Romans used a short stabbing model for close-in fighting.
The thing about this Roman sword is it's short and to the point, and it's used for stabbing rather than slashing.
Not like these show-off barbarians with their long broadswords that they, on the big ego trip on the battlefield, slashing around, cut and slash, cut and slash.
And while he's doing that, it's up and under into the ribs, and we make mincemeat of the barbarians.
And then the Roman legion became the nearest thing that one can think of to a school of piranha fish. Each Roman soldier hacking and cutting and slashing with his short sword against a foe that was usually nowhere near as well armored as he was. This is the weapon that won the Roman Empire, and kept it.